Oh boy, I'm excited about this one, guys. Been waiting for this mail call for a little while. Let's see what's in the box. Now folks, as I said, I'm a little bit excited about this one. So I've already opened it, but I just had a little peek. Let's see now what's in it. All right, obviously it's from BLUETTI, and you guys have probably seen a lot of BLUETTI products if you watch any Newfoundland YouTubers. They support a lot of Newfoundland YouTubers. They support a lot of YouTubers, especially ones in Newfoundland. And they sent me this unit. It's the Elite V30, the Elite 30 V2 unit. And let's have a look, see what's inside. Well packaged, I gotta say that. All right, what do we have in here? Okay, we have a AC power cord and a DC power cord. Okay, obviously for charging up the unit. Put that one side. Owner's manuals, of course. And like, oh wow, it is real well packaged. And, oh, this is pretty light. Okay, that's all that's in there. Let's have a look. Wow. It's the Elite 30 unit from BLUETTI. 600 watts power output, 288 watt hours. So let's just talk about all the features of this guy now and show you some practical use of it. So folks, as I mentioned, this is the BLUETTI Elite 30 portable power station, Elite 30 V2 unit. It is very compact, I gotta say, and that's something that I've been looking for in a power pack unit. It's very light. So let's just talk about the features on it. It has both DC and AC operation. Out of the box, let's just have a look. Out of the box, we're at, okay, 34%. So I gotta go charge this guy up. Well, let's just go through the features on it before I do that. It has two AC outputs, 120 volt, 600 watt outputs. An AC function. We turn on the AC, so it supplies these outlets. A DC function. Turn on the DC, and this operates the 12 volt DC plug over on this side. 12 volt at 8 amp power connectors down here. This here is the DC input for charging the unit, and you can use to connect it to I think it's 100 watt solar panels that can come with it, or you can use the DC power cable that comes with it to charge up the unit. The output on the DC side is you got two USB connectors. One's rated for 140 watts, the other one's rated for 100 watts. Two USB-A connectors. USB-A one was 15 watts, both are 15 watts. So yeah, very, very nice unit, guys. The unit can be charged through the AC port, and again, the cord is supplied with the unit. So you can plug it into the wall, charge up the unit that way. Like I said, I'll do that now before I use it on anything. Beautiful design, very compact, very light, nice carrying handle, and I think it's a great device for taking on camping trips. If you're going truck camping or going on a canoe trip, it is small enough to fit in amongst your gear. A little bit big for backpacking, and I wouldn't recommend it for backpacking, but it's definitely a unit that you would take if you're going truck camping or a couple nights on a canoe trip, any boating trip or overnight camping trip. Definitely keep your electronics charged up. And these days, nobody goes anywhere without their phones or their cameras and such. And this is precisely what I would intend to use it in my applications. You have a fair number of gear with doing the YouTube channel, camera gear, battery packs, flashlights, rechargeable flashlights. All that could be easily charged with this unit. In addition, I have a shed in my cabin that where I don't have power in the shed, and I can use this AC output units to either power lights or power up my battery chargers for my power tools, my battery power tools. stuff like that. It can operate small power tools, small appliances. Like I said, it's rated for 600 watts, so you have to watch what you're going to plug into it. But again, if you're out camping somewhere, and you need to quickly charge up your electronics, this is the unit. Okay. Again, if you do have the solar panel package, you can hook up the solar panels and charge it up during the day, charge up the battery pack and use it during the night for your other electronics. So yeah, this is the BLUETTI Elite 30 V2. Like I said, it's a nice compact unit, and let's just go through. I'll get it charged up here, folks, and then I'll demonstrate some equipment that I'm going to use it for with this unit. So right now, guys, I plugged it into the AC outlet, and the input is 199 watts. As like I said, it's at 200 watts input right now. It's at 34%. So I will let it charge up, and when I bring you back, we'll try out some devices on it. Okay, folks. So while the unit is charging, I'm going to add it into the BLUETTI app. All the BLUETTI power stations can be accessed through the app that's provided by BLUETTI. So I've downloaded the app, created an account, so let's just log in. And you have to make sure that the app is set up to accept Bluetooth. The BLUETTI uses Bluetooth to talk to the app, so make sure you got Bluetooth set up on your phone. So add device, add available devices, swipe down to refresh. I guess you should probably turn the unit on, just to see. Here we go. So EL30 V225, that is the device. You need to turn the power on. My mistake. So I select that device, and it's showing it's the EL30 V2. Serial number over there. I said OK. Binding successful, so now I'm talking to the device. And it asked me while using app location, no problem. Okay, so allow BLUETTI to access your location. Got it. Okay. Needs setup So now I'm going to configure it for my network. So I got to go set it up for my Wi-Fi, guys. I'll bring you back when I get that finished. Okay, guys, I have put in my Wi-Fi password, and it's telling me the status is now connected. A strong network signal, server status connected. Next, to device, I'm going to leave it at EL30V2. Hit start. Now I can see I'm connected to the unit, so let's connect it. So click on the battery icon, see details. It's telling me that the battery is now at 39%. Let's just see. Yes, same thing is on the display. 39%. Battery status is charging. Okay. It's telling me that I'm charging it through 200 watt off the grid, which is what it is. I can turn on the DC output, and you see the DC lights up on the unit. Turn on the AC output, and now the AC light comes on. So I'm not plugging anything into this yet. They recommend you charge up the unit fully before you use it. So you can see on the icon on the app, I got power coming in, 195 watts, 0 watts going out on both AC and DC at the moment because I'm not using anything on the device. So I can turn those both off again. Turn off the AC output. Turn off the AC output. Oh, I hit it twice. And turn off the DC output. Okay. All right, and it's telling me the estimated charging time is an hour, so that's fine. And I'll come back in an hour, guys, and then I'll go do some practical testing with this guy. So yeah, you can control everything from the device through the BLUETTI app, and I can turn off the device. Okay. Done, and then you can see the device turns off. So I'll let it there charge for an hour, guys. Close the app. Let it sit here now and charge for an hour. And I'll come back and we'll do some practical testing with it. Hey folks, I mentioned that the BLUETTI Elite 30 is a very compact, lightweight unit. Now, you're not taking this in a backpack, and I fully understand that. But if you're doing going to a campsite, tenting, maybe going on a canoe trip, or going on an ATV ride, or truck camping, it's a perfect unit to take with you. 600 watts of power, and it provides you with the ability to don't need a generator if you're doing, especially if you're doing tenting and stuff like this. The other thing that I find very useful for this device is that as a YouTuber, and I'm going out to do a camping trip or an overnight trip, I have a lot of gear that I take with me. Gear, when I talk about, I mean battery packs, maybe my drone, cell phone for sure, flashlights, anything that requires charging. And the BLUETTI Elite 30 was going to satisfy those needs quite nicely, especially if I can easily transport it with me in my canoe, in my truck, to the campsite, and so on, so that I don't have to be carrying all these other battery packs with me. I can bring just one unit and it'll meet all my needs. For example, I take my drone with me on many trips at a time. And my drone, I have a 3-pack battery pack for the drone. And a drone battery will last about, I don't know, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. And it takes a while to recharge it. But with the BLUETTI, I can leave it plugged in overnight while I'm sleeping, and it'll charge up. So let's just try a few things here. So get my cable straightened away here. So on. So again, I'll turn it on. I'm going to turn on both the AC and the DC at the same time. If I had a light in my camper or light in my tent, I can plug it directly in, a LED light, plug it into the AC output. But with the drone batteries, I'm going to need the DC output. So the unit has 2 USB-A ports, each at 15 watts each. 2 USB-C ports. USB-C one over here is 140 watts. This one is 100 watts. Okay. So I'm going to use the A ports for now, because that's the cables that I have here. So plug this one in, and I got shorter cables somewhere, but that's fine. USB-C, and now I want to charge my battery bank from my drone. And here we go. Charging, it's charging, and it's actually not even registering on the output right now. So it's not drawing much current for that device, but it's telling me that it's 28.5 hours at that voltage rate. So other thing I have here is a flashlight, and this flashlight again has an internal battery that requires charging via USB-C port. So I can plug that in there. Again, I'm using the USB-A. Plug it in there. Turn the display back on, and you can see that my flashlight is now charging. Okay, this is the applications that I'm looking forward to using this portable device. Right now, I'm drawing about 12 watts on the output side. Just these 2 devices. Okay, I have other devices here. For example, I have a USB-C cable here. Plug it into the USB-C A port. I say I want to charge up my controller from my drone. Simply plug it in, and voila, it starts to charge. And now I'm drawing about 18 watts from the unit. So if I had a light plugged in here, I'm camping, I'm nowhere near the capacity of this unit. At 600 watts, I'm only at 18 at the moment. I got a cell phone. Of course, everybody has their cell phone with them. I can't plug my cell phone in there right now. I need a different cable for that, but let's just take out the batteries for now. And I want to plug in my cell phone. Right way. Plug in the cell phone. And we're now at 15 watts on the cell phone. So everything's charging up here. I took the batteries out. I'll plug them back in again. My cell phone is nearly fully charged. I have another battery pack here if I want to plug that in. And again, I'm limited by four connectors here, but I can charge stuff overnight easily with the unit. Like this is the DJI batteries for my camera, and now I'm drawing 9 watts. So there's a bunch of versatility and options I can use here when I'm going out with this unit to go overnight camping or canoe trips or stuff. It's compact, it fits well into any for my luggage, and I can charge all my electronics while I'm out. Don't have to worry about, I need different small battery packs. And I've had those small battery packs over the years, but they've run out. if I got this with me, and if I use it in combination with the solar panel, 100-watt solar panel option that comes with the unit, you can purchase with the unit. It allows me to charge up the BLUETTI during the day, charge up my electronics during the night. So again, a very versatile unit, the BLUETTI Elite 30 V2. Go check it out, folks. G'day, folks. Out in my little shed today, my off-grid shed. And this is one of the applications that I was looking forward to using the little BLUETTI Elite 30 V2 unit. As I said, this is an off-grid shed. There's no power out here, but I do have a light hooked up, and I usually run a cord back to the cabin or whatever, and it can be a little bit of a pain. So what I do have, instead of doing that, I can now plug it into the BLUETTI. So let's see. Turn this guy on. Well, now this guy's been fully charged overnight. We're at 100%, and I'll show you that here in a second. 100%. Turn on the AC, and voila, I got my little cord here. Plug in. This is just connected to a light, and right away I have light in my shed. So it'd be great. It's not a big shed, but again, off-grid. I can see out here. The main reason that I wanted it out here, though, is because of my power tools. I have a bunch of battery-operated power tools. And, of course, batteries require charging. I have my little charging unit here. I have my battery. So right now, it's telling me that I got 15 watts being used out of the BLUETTI Elite 30. These are my batteries. Let's plug them in now and see what kind of a wattage we're going to draw as these charge up. So we can plug them in. And the wattage is going up here. The display is off. Turn the display back on. I'm up to 39 watts of charging. So that's great. All my units are here charging up. Like I said, I use all my power tools out here. Normally I would have to take this and plug it in somewhere else in the cabin and back and forth with batteries. But now with the BLUETTI, if I'm out here doing stuff, I can use a battery, plug in the charger, and it'll keep my batteries charged up as I'm going using my tools out here. So that's great. So right now we're pulling about 40 watts from the BLUETTI unit. And just to show that, I'm going to pull up the app here again, guys. And this, I like the app, I got to say. Turn on the BLUETTI app. Click on my device. Bluetooth. Oh, I keep forgetting this. Every time I turn on Bluetooth, I got to turn on DC for Bluetooth to work, I think. Yeah, so searching now. And again, yes, so now I turn on the DC output, my Bluetooth now works. And you can see I'm at 99%. Show you here on the app. 99%, 40 watts on the output side. AC, and nothing on the DC. So I'm just going to take a screenshot here to show you guys what's going on here. Okay, and you can see I got 99% battery remaining, 40 watts output on the AC side. They're telling me I have 5.6 hours of usage remaining at that power output. Okay, so yeah, there should be plenty of time to charge my batteries. And you can see here my batteries are being charged. Lights are flashing. Everything seems to be working there on the BLUETTI. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So that again is another practical use that I will be using this BLUETTI Elite 30 unit out here in my shed. I'm sure I'll find other uses for it with some of my AC power tools, my smaller tools that I use, but I'll get to those later. For now, I can just charge up my my battery banks for my battery operated power tools, and we'll go from there. So yeah, guys, check out the Elite 30 V2, sorry. And it's, like I said, it's great for my application here out here in my powerless shed. Another nice feature of the BLUETTI Elite 30, folks, is as what's called a powerlifting capability. This unit is rated for 600 watts, but you can support a 1500 watt load, okay? I haven't tested that yet. I'm going to test it now. Right now my battery is at 97%, and I have here a 1200 watt kettle, okay? Just looked up on the back of the kettle. It's rated for 1200 watts. If I turn in the app, if you go under settings, you can turn on what's called powerlifting, and if you can see that there, folks, powerlifting. So I got that turned on now, and according to what I read in the manual, it should support up to 1500 watt load. I'm going to plug it in and turn on the kettle. Let's see what happens. Right now we're pulling 469, 468 watts, and it should say it's about a half hour at that rate. Let's just see if the kettle boils. I'm going to turn off the DC. Don't need that on right now. So my output right now is 469 watts. I have powerlifting on. The kettle is humming, so let's see if it works. 470 watts. I'll bring you back, guys, when the kettle boils. So folks, you can hear the kettle starting to boil. We're down to 79%. We got about 0.4 of an hour remaining in the battery, in the charge power unit at this rate. Now, like I said, it's only rated for 600 watts, but it has this powerlifting capability that it can support appliances up to 1500 watts. This kettle is 1200 watts. So if I ended up with a power outage in my home, technically I could use this unit to boil the kettle, get a cup of tea, whatever, wait for the power to come back on, okay? So you can hear the kettle there, starting to boil. Like you see, we're at 77%. I want to see how much battery, we had it 95%, 96% when we started, I think, something like that. See how far it gets down now before that kettle is boiled. Now, like I said, this is only a short-term usage at this wattage rating, but it can support larger power consumable appliances. I like that. Again, nice compact unit, Elite 30, and support something like this. Great. Winter's coming, never know you lose the power, you can still boil the kettle. You had an induction heater, cooker. We have one. I'll probably give that a try next. Induction cooker, and I could prepare a hot meal for myself on that induction heater. That induction heater is adjustable up to I think 1000 watts, so this should be able to support that induction heater for a short period of time to cook something. Like I said, about a half hour as well as this was rated it could last. I can cook anything in a half hour. So yeah, nice compact unit. And supports powerlifting, which again up to 1500 watts, and this kettle is now at a 1200 watt appliance, and you can hear the kettle starting to boil here. And we've been about three minutes or so right now. I'll wait for it to boil, see what our battery gets down to. So folks, you can see the kettle is indeed boiling, steam coming out of it, and bubbles here in the display. Our BLUETTI in powerlifting mode is still drawing about 469 watts, and it's down to 62%. So about 30% battery usage to boil this kettle. And you can see the kettle is boiling rapidly there now. When that kettle is boiled, it should turn off automatically. So I'll let it do its thing. So again, 469 watts. Just remember, folks, if you want to use this device, the Elite 30, to use a larger wattage appliance, you got to turn on the powerlifting mode, okay? And you can do that through the app. You might be able to do it in here also in the menu system, but I don't know what it is right now. I found the app much easier to use right now. So again, kettle is still boiling. Should shut off automatically once it gets temperature. Still drawing down to 60%. There you go. My kettle just boiled. My BLUETTI is at 60%. 0 watts output now on the AC side. So yeah, in powerlifting mode, the Elite 30 can support larger wattage appliances. So I'm going to charge this guy up now. I'm sure there'll be lots more applications I can use this. Guys, go check out the Elite 30 all the description is all the details are in my description for the video, and also a discount code located in there for you to get save some money if you want to order one using the link that I provide in the description. I've only briefly used this in my applications right now, but I can see a lot more usage for myself going forward. Out in the garage, I haven't even used a 12-volt output yet, but I know I have a portable pump that I take with my quad. I can, if I get this packed in with me, I need to pump up a tire, plug it in there, and so on. So yeah, many more applications that I can see for this unit. So again, it's BLUETTI Elite 30. Go check it out. All the details are in the description, along with a discount code if you order something through my link. Appreciate it. Thanks to BLUETTI for sending this along to me to test. I'm sure there'll be more testing with it in the future videos. And I'll catch you later on the next video, guys. Take care. Too hot. Too hot, but anyway, thanks for watching, folks.